Hi, welcome. In this video, Mo here with Koji, and this is just after Koji wanted to bite me. Okay, dealing with the food exercise. So again, coming into an understanding of just how food aggressive he is. The question would be, well, how do you deal with this type of issue, considering that he needs to eat, and so therefore, but because things are so sketchy, okay, without a muzzle on, and of course he needs to eat and he can't do that with a muzzle on, how do you balance it out so that to overcome this type of food aggression issue, and without again putting yourself in a position of getting bitten? Okay, how does this line up? Well, you're going to see this here now. I'm actually going to, this is where again, how you kind of balance this whole issue out is that he's on a leash right now. His food is set up here. Okay, so he's going to eat, and I'm not going to interfere in that, other than I am going to have control through the leash, okay, for this part. So I want him to eat. So he's, again, because I don't want to get bitten, I'm not going to put influence over him directly, okay, this way. How this comes together is you'll see me doing a muzzle exercise. So a combination of the muzzle exercise, okay, near the food when he's not eating, okay, just to create that association in a very intensive way, and then by way of just the leash like this, with me attached to the leash, I'll be sitting here in my little area near him. You'll see this here in a moment. And so what it does is it helps bring it together, though, putting myself in jeopardy of getting bitten. Okay, so it's all about having a plan here, but still making sure that you overcome this issue. So it's the contrast between both. So here I'm going to let him eat. So I'm going to bring him over. See, the food's here. He knows but I am going to put him into a sit. So I'm not going to. So I'm still going to bring him into. See what I'm doing here? So I'm bringing him right close to the food. I'm still tapping here a little bit. But when he starts eating, I'm not going to interfere too much in that, other than being attached to the leash. Go ahead. So I'm going to let him. See, I'm going to let him go. And see, he's going to get desperate like before. See how but he's aware now. He's sideways to me a little bit. But see, I still have control of him through the leash, but I'm not going to be trying to, tap right now and interfere a whole lot, because it's more of a sketchy thing. So the fact that I can do it this way, but then again, when I come out with the muzzle on, which you'll see me doing, this will line it up. So here, I'm just going to let him eat, because again, he needs to eat. So, this is a type of balancing act here. So, if anyone ever has a question as to, well, how do you deal with a more of an intense situation like this, where dogs become very aggressive towards their food and they may actually bite somebody, and he's at that level now. He tried to get me. Okay, so but then I had to reevaluate, when that happened, say, okay, what's the best course, because now I need a muzzle. Still totally fixable, but it's all about a plan, saying, well, how do you balance both so the dog gets to eat, but you don't want to put yourself in a position to get bitten? Well, you have to approach it through a food exercise, both with the muzzle on, and just work it that way. You'll see me doing on the video. And then letting him, eat here, kind of still attached to the leash, but I'm not trying to put him into a sit right now, or, interrupt, because again, I don't want him to express control over me and get really touchy. So just by me having the leash attached like this, and just, keeping control this way and just nudging a little bit, it helps to reduce the risk that way. But definitely need to start to take good control here. He needs to know that the human's in control here and in the mix this way. So you have to get in the mix here, because he's gotten at that level. They're very, very, very possessive of food. So, that's a major issue that dogs encounter. And so here you can see him scarfing down, because that's why he's eating. So he's eating faster, because he's like saying, well, Dale's, just like he did before, without the muzzle, right? And then I would try to put the method on to him, but here you're just working this out. So here he's eating. So this will allow me at a certain point, he'll get more agreeable, and then he'll start his perceptions will change over the 2 weeks. But definitely you have to kind of do these things smart to not put yourself at risk of getting bitten. Because again, this is one of these kind of more of a issue with needing a muzzle. So, and you can't eat with a muzzle on, so you have to work it into a type of exercise this way between both. You have to introduce the muzzle, but see how, you know, you just tell that, see, you can just tell this is what happens too. You can tell when the dog knows that you're starting to get in the mix, because see what happens here, he's speeding up. You know, but again, this is why I'll be doing the muzzle exercise with him, and even having him out here. So he thinks that that's his water. It's not. I'll lead him over towards the water here a little bit. So I'll bring him, say I got control of him through the leash here, but I'm just being a little bit, I'm not trying to be, just want to lead him to the water. There, he's found his water. Same thing. I'm not trying to interrupt this right now. I'm just gonna, because again, I just want his basic needs met here. Because you have to kind of, again, it's all about having a game plan. So this is what this is about. But you'll see me doing the exercise again with the muzzle on, and just starting to let, you know, get him to start to think different. Because that's what needs to happen. He needs a really high level of control around food, and that'll happen with the muzzle on to keep it safe for him and me both. Thanks for watching.